Hey everyone, it's Darla with Creative Biz School. And as a branding strategist and visual gal, I love anything beautiful to look at. So I thought this week I would share with you what I'm experiencing for the last 8 or 9 days now. This is the beautiful Rocky Mountains. And if you're not familiar, if you live in a different part of the world, then this is an area this is the second time I've been out west. This is the first time I've been right by the Rocky Mountains, and I am blessed to have a dear friend of mine who has a cabin here. Actually, it's a beautiful log cabin up on a mountain itself, and we are surrounded by the Rocky Mountains. And I wanted to share this with you, this experience, because this is something that is a gift that I give to myself. Sometimes it's maybe how I pay myself, truly, but it's something that I've learned the hard way. And I wanted to share this with you, is that you really need to take time to reset yourself. I call this my 90-day reset. Actually, my husband is the one who coined the phrase. And I've talked about this before, and it's something that I think is something we constantly need to be reminded for, because as entrepreneurs, and so many of us being solopreneurs, you work very, very hard, and it's you don't ever take time to recharge your batteries. You need to do that physically by getting out and experiencing the world around you, changing up what you do. Maybe if you run, maybe you hike like we did. We've been doing a lot of hiking around here. Actually, right now, while I'm sneaking this in, while my one of my best friends and who owns this cabin here is taking my daughter out on a horseback riding excursion for about an hour, and it's something she really wanted to do. So this is something that's really important to me to share with you, is how important it is for you to recharge your batteries, and so that you take the time, you make the time to do this, because no one's going to do it for you. No one's going to tell you to stop working, and if you don't do it, then it's just not the. I have found it to be a very difficult way to live. Many years ago, when I had a studio, I had about 4 to 6 people working with me. It was a team effort, and we worked very hard, and my team was awesome. But I made sure that they took breaks whenever they needed something and they needed time away. I always made sure that it worked out for them, but I did not necessarily do it for myself. And I worked 12, 14, sometimes 16 hours a day. I would leave the studio. I could be there and put a cot in the back and still not be there enough. And then I would go home and get on the computer and do a lot of my own visual marketing, all my email marketing, all my branding, all my everything graphics. I did it, and then I would wake up and do it all over again, and I was exhausting myself. Seriously exhausting myself, and I learned the hard way. So I don't want that to be for you, and that's the reason why I share this with you. I share my story with you, and I remember leaving my husband was away working. He was about 2 hours away, so he couldn't come home except for the weekends. And so that during the week, my son, who was a freshman in high school at the time, would take care of his younger siblings. And I would ask him, would you start dinner for me, honey? I'll be home soon. And it just got to be too much. And I realized I was asking too much of them, and it wasn't healthy. It was not healthy. It wasn't healthy for me. It wasn't healthy for them. And I just realized that it wasn't worth that. That there's more to life. As you see this beautiful atmosphere, there's so much more out there, and you want to have joy in your life, and it's not all about the work. Yes, you want to provide. Yes, you want to serve. Of course I want to do that, but I've learned balance. That's what I've learned, and that's why I have been the last 2 years, my strategy is to incorporate a 90-day reset. Literally every 90 days, every quarter, I make sure I have a break. Sometimes it can be more, depending on what the season, and sometimes it could be a little bit long. But I notice that now my body is realizing that it's time. I just got off of a big program, and it was wonderful and awesome, and I loved every second of it, but it took a lot out of me, and I knew I needed it. I could feel my well getting drier, and I wasn't as as creative. I wasn't as just, I knew I needed to have that time. So this has been a gift for me, and I cherish this time, and I wanted to share this with you so that you would know, and I hope that it will inspire you to make sure that you check yourself, to take time to stop and smell the roses, if you will. Really, it's take time to recharge your batteries and know when you need to take a break. And absolutely, it does not have to be this extravagant and is beautiful, and I'm so glad I get to share this with you. But it could be something where you're taking a walk. It could be something where you take a weekend and you decide that you're going to do nothing. You're going to completely unplug yourself from work, and you're just going to read a book, or you're going to go to the park. You're going to have a picnic with your family, or you're going to go hiking, or you're just whatever it is for you. You're going to do something that is just something that you love, that it indulges yourself, because trust me, if you don't do it for yourself and don't take care of yourself, no one else will for you, and you won't be of service to your family, to yourself, to your community. So I have learned this, and that's why I share this with you. And I hope that by sharing these tips and some of the strategies that are really working for me, I will always do this. I will always do this in my career, because I don't feel like I'm ever going to stop. Being an entrepreneur, it's in my blood. I think if you're an entrepreneur and you're listening to this, you get that. And but this is how I recharge. This is how I can continue to serve, to be better for my clients, to come up with new ideas, and to be fresh, and to help my audience and my creative biz school members, my branding clients. I mean, this is how I have found that works for me. And it's something that I would really hope that you would consider doing for yourself, that you consider taking a break. And if you can't do it every 90 days, then maybe every a little bit longer. I truly wouldn't even suggest that. I would say every 90 days, make sure that you do something for yourself. So I'm going to leave you with this gorgeous view. I hope you can see how beautiful the Rocky Mountains are. I just want to give you a little panoramic of how beautiful it is here. I hope that you can see and you can hear the aspens. That's what the wind. I know it's a little windy here, so I apologize, but I wanted to share this experience with you and how big the world is. I've really learned a lot about that just being here and unplugging, and I'm glad I got to sneak this time in with you and to share a little bit about my story and why I learned the hard way, is how important it is to take this time for yourself. No matter what it is, take some time for yourself so that you can recharge your batteries. Take care, guys, and I hope that you will join me over at Creative Biz School. Be a part of our community. We'd love to have you. I share weekly tips there, whether it's personal tips like this, or it's strategies to increase your visibility online, creating great visuals and branding and all of that, because as you can tell, I'm a visual girl, so I love this, and I'm so glad I got to share this moment with you. So you guys take care, and I hope to talk to you soon.